Hey everybody, this is Scott Hudspeth with Agent Mastermind. So excited to have you guys here, and got a special guest, a friend of mine, David Etheridge, who is the co-founder and CEO of SavvyCard. And if you're on this call, you're one lucky person, because we have an amazing class for you guys today. We have the new, what I call, mobile business card. And it's kind of funny, I don't even carry a business card anymore, and this is the new age way. I did a little video before this, David. You didn't know about this, but I'm like, think about it, and we're going to talk more about this, but think about if you had your face on 100, 200, 300 of your past database, current database, future database phones. The one thing that everybody carries with them 24/7. I know it's kind of freaky to say this, but I know people that sleep with their phones because that's the first thing they want to look at first thing in the morning. Just think about if your face was on 100, 200, 300 phones. So, David, I appreciate you being here. I know that this is an amazing, I don't know, I get excited with technology, and I know that it's the future, and dude, you've nailed it. So I appreciate you being here. What do you got for us, man?
Thanks, Scott. I really appreciate this is the second time I've been on, and I enjoyed the first.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And thanks for having me back. So,
absolutely.
So I'm going to talk about two different ways that SavvyCard's being used today. You know, you told me a minute ago that you got about maybe 400 people on the phone on the webinar, and you know, many of them are going to be in markets where SavvyCard's real estate product hasn't launched today. So I want to make sure that everybody, whether you're in one of our active markets or not, is going to get some value out of this. So I'm going to start off by showing how you can get a free SavvyCard, and then you can customize the card with, you know, graphics and your photo and all that good stuff. And you can either do that yourself or you can pay us and we'll do it. But that's a one-time fee, and your account will just remain free. And then I'm going to show you how you can use that SavvyCard the way Scott is describing, as kind of a replacement for regular business cards. And then I'm going to show you why you want to do that. One of the reasons you want to do that is it'll help you own your name on Google. SavvyCard's like an awesome tool for search engine optimization. I'm going to show you some examples of people whose SavvyCard is coming up, you know, at the top of the first page of Google, beating out their Zillow profile, their Facebook profile, their LinkedIn profile, and ensuring that when somebody, you know, goes and searches for them by name, that they're contacting that person instead of going to Zillow and maybe seeing an ad for a competitor and getting distracted, right? So I'm going to show you that, and that's how you can use the free product anywhere in the world today, right? And then I'm going to show you our real estate product, and we launched that product in most of Florida. We're just now launching it in Texas and in New York and in Colorado. And if you're in one of the markets that we're in today, I'm going to show you how you can upgrade to our real estate professional product. And if you're not in one of those markets, I'm going to show you who you can talk to at our company about connecting with your brokerage or your association or your MLS about getting SavvyCard into your market. So we're going to cover those two things, and then we'll open it up for questions and just wrap for a few minutes on, you know, different SavvyCard features. Sound good?
Sounds good. Awesome. Sounds great, man. Thank you.
All right. Then we'll start off with this. So this is my SavvyCard. You can see it on the screen. And I'm going to quickly go through a couple of the buttons just so you guys know what the functionality looks like. But the first thing is it's got a URL, right? You can see in the upper left-hand corner it's got a URL. So it's kind of like an app that you would download from the App Store, but it comes through the browser. And that's important because since it comes through a web browser, it'll work on any device with a web browser. So you're seeing right now my SavvyCard on my laptop. It'll work on, you know, desktop computers. It'll work on tablets. It'll work on smartphones. It'll work on any device with a web browser. So if you're using a real estate app today, like, you know, Keller Williams app or CB Connect or Coldwell Banker, those are only going to work on a phone where you've downloaded and installed the app on the phone, right? And people run out of disk space, or they have, you know, they want to access that app on a computer and they can't, right? So the first thing to really understand about SavvyCard is it's kind of like a combination of a digital business card and a website. And so you can get to it from any device through the browser. The buttons allow you to do different things. So if somebody has my SavvyCard or they look me up on Google and they open my SavvyCard, they can call me, text me, or email me from my card. They can get turn-by-turn directions to my office, right? And we use this all the time today. When someone calls up and says, I want to come by your office to meet with you, I'll just text them my SavvyCard, and say, click on the Find button. It gives you turn-by-turn directions right to our office. So it saves them time, and it's really, really convenient. There's a profile button, which is kind of like your LinkedIn profile, so it just gives your background. There's an organizational button that tells about your company. There's a share button, and this is like the heart and soul of SavvyCard. The share button allows you to share your card by email, by text, by social media, and by QR code, although nobody uses QR codes anymore. But I'm going to walk you through in just a second sharing the card by email, text, and particularly I'm going to demo social media, because that's one of the ways that realtors today are getting new leads is by using SavvyCard's share by social feature, okay? And I'm going to come back to that.
Got it, yeah.
And then on the back of the card, we've got contact info, which allows people to download a V card of your information and store it in like your Apple contacts or their Google contacts. And I'll show you how easy it is. I'm going to click on download V card, and it's going to open up the V card in Outlook. We got to wait for a couple of seconds. There's Outlook, and then there's all my information. I just hit save, and now it's in my contacts on my phone or on my laptop. And so every time you share your SavvyCard to somebody, they can just click on the contact info button instead of having to manually key in your information. It just takes them a couple of seconds to save it right into their phone or right into Outlook. The other buttons, recommend. So I can link to people that I generally recommend, right? So all of you, all 400 of you, are going to want to put Scott Hudspeth's card on your SavvyCard so that you can recommend Agent Mastermind and Scott for your customers, right? So this is a cool feature that realtors use today by recommending maybe the mortgage guy that they work with or the lady that does titles that they work with, and they're just able to go in and link that right up to their card. It's really easy to do. Savvy is a place for you to link articles, right? So if you have an article on sinkholes or you've got a buyer's guide or whatever, you can put it under Savvy. My sites links to other websites. Like if you want to schedule a training with SavvyCard to learn more about how to use your SavvyCard, you can go to my SavvyCard and click on schedule a training, and it would take you to a site to set up your training. And as a realtor, you're going to have a bunch of sites like buyer's guides, seller's guides, sites with market statistics and stuff, and you'll just want to link them into your card using my sites. And then notes allows people to put a private note on your card. I'm going to log in so you can see that. Kind of like writing on the back of a business card, a paper business card. And then finally, social media allows you to link up all your social media accounts so that, for example, if somebody wanted to follow me on Twitter, they could just go to my SavvyCard, click on Twitter, and it'll shell out my Twitter account, and they can follow me there, right? So really what SavvyCard is doing, it's just bringing all the tools that you use together in one easy-to-use, intelligent business card that you can share with anybody that you meet, okay? And this card, my card, is the free card. So everything I've shown you here, you can go and sign up for a free account by going to SavvyCard, which here's the website. Just go to savvycard.com. And then click on this big green button and get your SavvyCard account. And it'll take you a couple of minutes to sign up for the account. And then after you sign up for the account, you're gonna be able to customize your card with different buttons and other features like I showed you.
Now, before just so you know, before you guys do this, pay attention because he's going to give us some really key. I learned something before we even started about what name to use. And there's a reason for it. So before you sign up, just watch the whole class. We're only going to be about 30 minutes, and then go do it because there's certain things you want to do to brand yourself and brand your name. One thing I want to cover too, David, is I want to make sure that you guys understand the difference between an app in the App Store, whether it's Droid or Apple. If it was an app or anything like that, you wouldn't be finding yourself if it was an app in the App Store. David has created a website. This is a website. So when people search you, he's going to show that in a minute, they actually find you. They wouldn't find you by searching Google if your mobile business card was an app in the App Store. It wouldn't have the same power as what David has created. And the other cool part about this is when you update it or change it or anything changes, it's instant. It doesn't have to go to an app store or anything like that. It's a website. So when you change it, it's an instant change. So if you change your listings or your listings change, which he's going to show us, it's all real-time current stuff. It's really cool. So
yeah, absolutely. In fact, if I go back to my and I click on call, because it's on a computer, there's no phone, it's just going to display the number, right? But if I go into my account, which I was just showing you, and I change this number to 4065, Everybody that's got my card in the world, the next time they go to call me, they're going to call the new number because it's all in the cloud. It's all available in real time. So, so in the dashboard, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail in the dashboard, but I wanted to show you one key feature in the dashboard, and that is card analytics, right? And so every time you share your card to a customer, right, to a potential customer, it's going to store that share inside of the card analytics button. And so you can see in here the number of times I've shared my card, the number of times other people have referred me using my card, and then the total times my card has been viewed. So my card's been viewed nearly 15,000 times. And you can go in and see who's referring you, who's sharing your card the most, right? And then there's a log of every share that's ever taken place, right? So I can go in here, and if a couple of days ago I shared my card to a guy named James Shelton, who's a customer that we're working with, trying to close with Panasonic, right? And so I've got a little text message in here that reminds me who this guy is and what we were talking about. It shows his name, his phone number, and the date that I shared the card. Okay, and this is all a part of the free product that the free Savvy Card Basic subscription that you can go get today. Okay, so let me go back, and I'm going to use a different person and show you an example of an insurance agent who's using the free product today, and her name is Karen Rowling. And this is going to go to Scott's point about why you want to name your account a specific way. So the way that I recommend it is, I told Scott a minute ago that instead of putting in Scotty as the name of his account, which is what he had put in initially, to put in your full name, Scott Hudspeth, right? And Karen has done that, and you can see the result. Like when I search on Karen's name on Google, you can see that her website, which she spends a lot of money optimizing for search engines, comes up #1, right? But the second position is her Savvy Card, and she doesn't spend any money at all optimizing her Savvy Card. And I'm going to show you some realtors in a minute whose Savvy Card is coming up #1. It's coming up above all the other sites that they go to, that they're on, right? So here's Karen's Savvy Card, and then underneath that, you can see her LinkedIn profile is coming up underneath her Savvy Card. Her Facebook page is coming up underneath her Savvy Card. Her BNI, detail page is coming up underneath her Savvy Card, and every other place that she appears on the web is coming up underneath her Savvy Card. Now, why is this important, right? If you go to Karen's LinkedIn page to connect with her, you can't call her from her LinkedIn page, right? You can connect with her and try to send a message to her, but you can't really do business in real time with her. And the funny thing is, if you go to her LinkedIn page, you may see an advertisement for another auto insurance company or P&C insurance company because they're smart enough to advertise on the LinkedIn pages of other people who are in the same industry with them. So if the first way that somebody connects with you is by going to your LinkedIn or your Facebook page, they may see ads from competitors that cannibalize that lead from you and redirect them to call somebody else, right? So when someone goes to Karen's Savvy Card, they're not seeing any ads. They're not seeing anybody else's brand. They're seing Karen.
Good point.
And they're seeing Karen's company, Seabird Insurance, right? And we don't ever advertise on a business person's Savvy Card. It's their Savvy Card, right? The only way we would advertise on their Savvy Card is if they partnered with us to advertise other services and products that they want advertised on their card. And I'm going to show you an example of that in real estate in a couple of minutes. But this is the experience that people get when they land on Karen's Savvy Card, right? And guess what they do? Because the buttons are verb-based, call her, text her, email her, they don't get distracted by text or by a bunch of words on the front of a website or by videos or other information. They just call her. So this converts better than a website, right? If I was to go back to Karen's website listing and open up the company history, let's say all I want to do is contact Karen, right? I'm looking here trying to figure out, well, what do I do to contact Karen? I guess I'll go up and I'll dial in the number that's in the upper right-hand corner. That's going to take me to the switchboard, and it's not necessarily going to get me connected directly to Karen, right? So people will go to this page, and they're more likely to leave without converting to a lead than if they go to Karen's Savvy Card, and Karen's Savvy Card converts at like a 50% better rate than her website. Does that make sense, Scott?
It absolutely. The best part about it that I like, I didn't even realize this, but when somebody goes here, there's no ads. You go to LinkedIn, there's ads. You go to Facebook, there's ads. You go to Google, there's ads. Like everywhere you're going to go. Website. I mean, there's not going to be an ad on your website, but still, you got to like, where's the number? Where's the number? And so many websites just don't have a number pointing right at you. And so that's really powerful. And that it shows up in front of LinkedIn is even more powerful because usually LinkedIn's first. You know what I mean? That's just a really powerful site that shows up first, and having that it's showing up before that is pretty crazy.
So I'm going to tell you the secret of how you get your Savvy card to number 1 or number 2, right?
Okay.
On the first page, right? So the secret of getting your website to number 1 is spending a lot of money on search engine optimization. Do you agree with that, Scott? Do you think that that's fair?
Truthfully? Oh yeah, sure. I think you want me to say yes, right?
Well, no. I mean, you know, unless you're an expert in search engine optimization, you're able to go get a, you know,
and I'm not. Yeah, right.
Or you've just got to do a lot of work. You either got to spend a lot of money or you got to do a lot of work to get people to link to your sites. Okay. So most realtors don't want to spend a lot of time optimizing their site for search. They want it to be easy.
Right.
So what Karen does, or I'm going to show you a different person. I'm going to go in and show you a realtor, Tom Scaglione. So I'm going to do a search on his name. You're going to see his Savvy card's coming up number 1, right? It's coming up above his website, and all Tom had to do was use his card every day. He just has to use his card. If he shares his card,
so share your card, give your card to your clients, text them the information. Like there's different ways to use it. So just use it, and which means people are, and I think going deeper with this is the reason you say use it is because now more people are visiting your site, which means Google says this is good content. People are going here. Is that right?
That's right. That's exactly right, right? So you think about your website today. People may go there and read a little bit, or they might go and search for some real estate properties or what have you.
Yeah.
But once they're done with that, once they're done searching for properties, they're going to get on their phone and they're going to call you, right?
Right.
So they may use your website a little bit, but they're not going to use it every day. But if they have your Savvy card and that's how they're calling you when they've got a question about their policy or a question about their real estate, or they want to get you to do a valuation on the home, or they are using your Savvy card to refer you to somebody else who's asked them who a good realtor is that they should talk to. There's 100 reasons for them to go to your Savvy card, and of course you don't even have to depend on other people to use your Savvy card because you're going to be using it every day.
You're your own bottleneck, which is the way you always want it.
That's right. So I'm going to show you the first way that you'll use your card every day. I'm going to show you the share button. Okay.
Perfect.
So even if we're not talking about our real estate product, the way that you would use Savvy card every day is you would go in here, instead of giving out a business card, you would go in and you would do this. So I'm going to share my card to Scott, just so you guys can see what this looks like. So Scott, you want me to send it to you by text or by email?
Text is fine.
All right. You don't mind these people knowing your phone number?
No, that's all over the web, man. I'm no secret.
All right. What's the number?
269-217.
Wait. What was the zip?
269.
269.
217 4481.
All right. And it's Scott. All right.
So, so here's my question. Scroll back up just for a second before you do that.
Yeah.
This box, is there any way like that a little bit farther?
No.
On where it says check the box, yes, where it says check the box. So can you make that so it's automatic, so it's automatically checked when your clients share your information? Because I know that on mine it's not automatically checked.
Yeah, all you got to do is check it once, and it'll be automatically checked for everybody.
Oh, it will. Okay. Unless you reset your cookies or something. Like even if you reset your cookies, it'll stay. Okay.
Yeah, whatever you set it to, that's the default state.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, what he's talking about are these two checkboxes up here, right? Let's say you were sharing somebody's card to Bill Gates, right? And you didn't want to give out Bill Gates' mobile phone number to me, right? You would go up here and you would check off send card owner the recipient's contact information. That'll allow you to protect the contact information of your wealthy clients or what have you. but they're still going to get the card, and you know, it just gives you the power, because we're not capturing this data and using it. We're not reselling your data. We're not reselling the contact information of the people that you share your card to. That's all your private data, and so you can determine whether or not, you know, you want to share that data to the you know, card holder or not, right? So I'm going to say thank you for having me on Agent Mastermind. You know, look forward to next time, and then I'm going to send a text. So this is how easy it is to share the card. Like, I'm done. Now, if I was handing out a business card, I'd have to dig around in my pocket, find the card, hand it to him. It might only take 5 seconds, right? But then I've got to get his card in return.
Right.
And I've got to remember when I get back to the office to go in and put that information into my contacts or put it in my phone, right? So I'm going to show you, I'm going to go back to my account. I'm going to log in here, and I'm going to go into Card Analytics, and there's Scott's information, right? And so this is super easy, right? I can go in and access
who you shared it with.
Yeah. And so I'm instead of handing out a business card that takes 5 seconds, I take 30 seconds to share my Savvy card, and I don't have to worry about it, because now I know I've got a permanent record of who I shared the card to, when I shared it, what their contact information was, and the message that I put into the share. And then so it comes up to me, it says, Scott Hudspeth, David Eldridge has text you a Savvy card. Click here to view it. And then I click on it, reply stop to opt out. Thanks for having me on the Agent Mastermind. Look forward to next time. So it's really cool. I mean, that's what comes across on my phone. Yeah, and because here's the other thing that's really important to understand. Scott didn't need to have an account first.
True.
He can share the card
very
to
true.
Anybody in the world, and they don't need to have an account, right? And you can't do that with many of the other apps that are out there, because you got to get them to download the app so you can share your card to them first, right? So you can share this to anyone, and you're going to capture their contact information. So that's a part of the free product, right? I'm going to show you the other way that people are using this today. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to actually use Karen's card instead. So I'm going to go find Karen's card again. And the easy way to find anybody's Savvy card is to just put in their name. And even if they're not at the top of the first page, you can just type Savvy card, and it'll bring them to the top of the first page, right? So there's Karen's Savvy card. And I'm going to go in here and click on Share. And I'm going to share by social. And I'm going to click on Share by Facebook, and it's going to load the Facebook app. And I'm going to refer Karen, right? I'm going to say, hey, if you need a great insurance company for auto or P&C, I highly recommend Karen at Siebert's Insurance. All right. So I just go in and hit post to Facebook. Whoops. Facebook's got an error right now. Let me try it again.
Of course.
That's great. Yeah, it's not our system. It's Facebook that's having a problem.
Right.
So I'm not gonna type in the message again. I'm just gonna see if we can post it to Facebook.
Okay. Hold it. Oh shoot. Okay. Hey, click on. Somebody just asked a good question that I can actually point out right here. Here's the cool part.
Yeah.
So, click on share again. So,
let me go back.
Okay. I appreciate you being here, Rick. So Rick's asking, can I add business Facebook account? So here's the cool part about that. You can add any account you want to your Savvy card, but you actually also can share. Let me show you how to do it. So when you click share, social media, Facebook, at the top left of the account, it says where you want to share it to. Right there, it says share on your timeline, share on friends' timeline, share in a group, share on a page you manage. So that would be your business page. Share in a private message, so you could actually private message somebody this Savvy card. So you can pretty much, that's where, and when you're sharing on Facebook, when you click share, that button's always there. I want to make sure you knew that.
Yeah. So if you have a Savvy card for somebody you do business with, and you want to share it through Facebook in any of these ways, and there's similar tools on all the social media accounts.
Correct.
So if I wanted to tweet out that, I just had a great experience with a realtor, and I want to tweet it out to Twitter, right? Then I can just click on the realtor's card, click on Twitter, and say, just close my home with Tom Scaglione. Thanks, Tom, and then link to their Savvy card, right? It'll automatically link to their Savvy card. So let me go and show you. I'm going to go to my Facebook page, and I'm going to show you what appeared there.
And somebody's asking, so Donna, thanks for being here, says, when the shared recipient shares my Savvy card to another individual, so here's the best part about this thing. When somebody shares, like say one of your clients that you work with, you took a minute, showed them how to save it to their phone. Hey, if you ever want to text me, call me, so you don't have to remember my number, remember my name. It's going to be right here on your phone. They click it, they share it. You personally get notified of who shared it and who they shared it to and their phone number.
Yeah. So if you're a realtor and someone else shares your card, you're going to get an email notification that your card has been shared and who shared it in real time.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
So the way that realtors use this today to get more leads is they may have a professional or personal network of maybe 5 or 6 other people that they work with. Okay.
Yeah.
A title person, a mortgage person, what have you. Like one of the realtors I work with real closely is named Brenda Carnegie. Her husband is a contractor. So the husband has a Savvy card and Brenda has a Savvy card for her real estate business. So the husband, anytime he meets somebody on a contracting job that's looking to buy or sell real estate, he just goes to the home screen of his phone, presses the picture of his wife's Savvy card, opens the card and shares it to him. And Brenda, like 2 minutes later, is on the phone with that person saying, "How do you know my husband? Great to meet you. He in his message, he said you were looking to buy a home in St. Petersburg. How can I help you?" Right? And all you got to do is go out and train the people that you work with. And if you do it right, you get them to sign up for Savvy cards, and then you create a little network of people. You remember the recommend button that I showed you guys at the beginning on my card? Let's see if Karen doesn't have it, but let me go back to my card. If you use the recommend button, you can create a little, private network of people that you share, and they share, you share their cards and they share your cards. And so you get all the people that you do business with to get Savvy cards and to customize them, so that they have beautiful graphics and they got their business graphics, in the card. And then you link them all together through the recommend, and then they can easily recommend you from their card, and you can easily recommend them from your card. And guess what? The more you recommend, like every time I go in here and recommend Christina Hauser's card as a photographer to a real estate agent, and I use my recommend button, I'm creating more visibility with Google, right? Because somebody
they're going to use,
somebody says, "Hey, David, do you know a good photographer?" And I say, "Yeah, I do. Hold on just a second." I open my card, I click on recommend, I click on Christina Hauser's card, and then I share Christina's card to that realtor, right? Now, what's happened is I've just created visibility for Christina's card, which is going to go up in Google, and I've created visibility for my card because I went through my card to get to Christina's card, right? Yep. And then if Christina is referring me as well, then when she meets somebody that says, "Wow, this Savvy card is really cool, how do I get one?" She opens up her card and refers that person to me and creates even more, link juice or engagement juice with Google for both of us.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Somebody just said here, is Ellen. Ellen said, "This is so huge for title companies because clients have no contact with them until close. So being able to send directions from my card, which means using your card, helps you, and it's a win for the client because now they have a card." This is what I would personally do. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, David, but I would show my title company how to have a card. I would show my home inspector. I would show my appraiser. I would show everybody that I work with, and then I would add them to my thing so I could really quickly share my people, who I'm going to be working with, my lender, put your lender in there, have your lender put that. I mean, all this sharing stuff so that you guys are all using these cards all the time, so you're going to get better rankings inside of Google. And not only that, they're on their phone seeing your face. It doesn't get any better than that. This is the new way of doing things. I mean, here's what happens with a business card. If I give David a business card at an event, He's going to put it in his pocket, and then when he gets home, he's going to probably set it on his dresser. Then it's going to go from his dresser to his drawer that everybody has where all this crap goes, that once a year it gets emptied into a garbage, and then it's never seen again. Like, who was that guy? And if you get a bunch of cards at an event, you're like, okay, who was that guy again? Like, it just doesn't work. So this works because you spend 30 seconds showing them how to put it on their phone. Now they have you, and it's on their phone until they physically delete it.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Right. That's right. So I'm going to show you, this is our real estate product. This is called Savvy Card for real estate agents, okay? And everything is pretty similar, except there's an additional button here called listings, right? And I'm going to come back to the listings button in just a second, but I wanted to show you what Brenda does. Brenda is one of the top realtors in our market. She uses her Savvy Card in everything she does, all of her marketing. So if she posts something on LinkedIn or Facebook or Craigslist, or if she does a print ad, she's linking back to her Savvy Card using a text back short code. Whatever she does, she uses her Savvy Card, okay? So here's her recommend button, and you can see under the recommend button, she's got Dan Carnegie, who does flooring. That's her husband. This is Sunbelt Lending, Carmela Townsend. Joanna Settlemeyer, who's Sunbelt Lending, right? American Home Shield, that's home warranty, Jeff Davis. And then Sunbelt Title for title services. So she's gone in and just added all the people that she uses. Now, she hasn't gotten these people to upgrade to Savvy Cards. These are just linking to their website right now, right? But she could, she could get these people to set up Savvy Cards, and if they did, they would be able to link their Savvy Card back to Brenda for real estate. And so
there you go.
The way you do this, let's say you're a title guy, you create your own Savvy Card, and then you go and you get a realtor to create a Savvy Card, and then you both link to each other's cards, so that every time the realtor shares their card, you're being brought along for the ride, and every time you share your card, they're being brought along for the ride. So you create a little digital
synergy,
referral network through this program, right? So anyway, I wanted to quickly show you guys the real estate product, and then we'll just open it up for questions. So the real estate product, we had two buttons for the real estate product. One is listings, the other one is find services. So I'm going to show you listings, then I'll show you find services. So listings is this button. So this is only available in markets where we've basically launched, gotten a deal with the MLS and launched. So most of the markets in Florida, if you're in Miami, if you're in Orlando, if you're in Fort Myers, if you're in Tampa, then this product is available to you, okay? And we're beginning to sell the product nationally in other markets, right? So we're in South Denver. We're about to launch in Corpus Christi in Texas. We're about to launch in Staten Island in New York. And we're talking to associations all over the United States, okay? So if you're in a market that we don't have the product yet, at the end of the webinar, I'm going to tell you how to reach out to our group sales guy. His name is Mike McNamara. I'm going to show you his Savvy Card and how to get to it. And you can call him, and if you'll refer him to your broker or to your association, the head of your association, then he'll reach out to them and talk about getting our product into your market. So do you have access to the real estate functionality that I'm going to show you right now? But if you're in one of the markets we're already in, like Miami, then you can upgrade today to this functionality. Okay. So the listing.
This is cool, man.
Let's say that I'm Brenda and I share my card to a customer. Not only can they use it as a digital business card, but they can go in here and actually search for real estate. So here's every home that's for sale in the Tampa Bay marketplace. Easy to use, mobile, GPS geolocation-based search. So you guys just saw it. Took me 2 seconds to find every home that's for sale in a 5-mile radius around my office here in St. Petersburg. Okay, so I can go back here and I can search on zip code. I can search on, so let's look 33764, which is where I live in Clearwater, and there's all the homes that are for sale there. So the way Brenda uses this is when somebody calls her and they're sitting curbside at a home, she says, and they want information on that home or on that neighborhood. She says, let me send you my Savvy Card. I'm going to text it to you right now. And then all you have to do is just click on the listings button on my card and then click on use GPS location and search. And you'll find every home that's for sale in a 5-mile radius wherever you're at. And then everywhere you go in the community, if you want to see homes that are for sale around where you're at, or if you want to put in a street address and see homes that are for sale in that area, then you can do it. But you can do it right from my card. okay? So this is one of the features of Savvy Card for Real Estate, which is this Find Homes button. But I'm going to show you a different feature that we believe is really, really a killer application for Savvy Card. So I'm going to go find Tom Scaglione's Savvy Card on Google. And Brenda doesn't have any listings right now. She's, that listing search I showed you was every home in the marketplace, regardless of who the listing agent was, right? And for those of you guys who are concerned about rules, we follow all the MLS rules and IDX rules. So when somebody looks at a listing that's not Brenda's, it's back to the listing agent. So we follow all those rules. But Tom has some of his own listings. So you can see up here at the top, we've got two different tabs. Find Homes, which is what I just showed you, which is the market-wide MLS search. And then we got featured listings. So these are Tom's homes. These are the homes that he currently is the listing agent for. And whenever he puts a new listing on the MLS, we automatically add it into his featured listings button here, but we also create a Savvy Card for that home. So now the digital business card for the home.
Beautiful. That's
right?
Amazing. So and it automatically hooks to the MLS, correct? Once you're set up in that MLS type situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Tom.
So I don't even have to think about it. It's just there. It's just there. Okay.
It's just there, right? So he gets a new listing and puts it on the MLS, and then 24 hours later he goes to his Savvy Card and clicks on listings and under the featured listings button, there's the link to the property card for the home he just listed. And I can tell you right
Correct.
now, this home that I'm showing you, this $370,000 home, Tom's typical homes that he typically gets are somewhere between $50,000 and $250,000. He won this listing because he showed them Savvy Card and said, if you list with me, I'm going to market your home using mobile technology and social media advertising and stuff that most of the other realtors you're talking to are not going to be able to do. And more importantly, I'm going to send the Savvy Card for your home to you once it's on the MLS, and you're going to be able to help market it by using Share by Social. You're going to be able
Amazing.
to socially market your home to Facebook, and all your neighbors are going to be able to do it too, right? And so he trains his customers how to market the home using Savvy Card so that it makes it easier for him to sell. So we're sitting here waiting for Facebook again. It's having problems. Hold on. I'm going to do it again. Only in demos does this stuff happen. So
only in demos, man.
So
yeah, it's weird.
So there's the home, and he'll go in and he'll show the customer how to do this. And using this tool, Share to a Friend's timeline, he can get the customer to follow him, and he can market the home to the friend's timeline for them, to the homeowner's timeline on their behalf without them having to do anything. So imagine for a minute having a reason to be able, basically having a tool that gets your seller, to friend you on Facebook, and then they give you permission to market their home through their timeline. I mean, how many? We already know that 30 to 40% of all new home sales in neighborhoods that are, have a median home price of over $300,000. That 30 to 40% of those home sales are coming from somebody else in the neighborhood that knows someone who wants to buy them, right?
Is the number that big? 30 to 40%. Is it that big?
30 to 40%. 30 to 40%.
Wow. So if you're not marketing to your neighbors, you're just missing out, flat out missing out.
Absolutely. I mean, especially,
Okay.
And the higher the price of the home, the more that's true, right? So if you're selling $1 million homes, it's even more likely that you're going to find a buyer. Now, you've got to market there, right? If you're not doing any marketing there, then it's 0% because you're not reaching out to the people in the neighborhood. But if, one of the realtors I know, before they got Savvy Card, they would go door to door in the neighborhood and just say, hey, I just wanted to meet you and tell you I'm the realtor that's selling the house, the Jefferson's house down the road. And I just wanted to meet you and see if you knew anybody that was interested in buying in this neighborhood. Do you have any friends that have told you that they're interested in buying in the neighborhood? And that she was able to not only help sell the home, but get new clients, because the clients were saying, those neighbors were saying, wow, if you do this for my neighbor, when I sell my home, I want you doing it for me. And so Tom is using the same strategy with his Savvy Card to go out and show how he's going to be able to market a high-priced lister's home better than other people that are just coming in and sticking their sign in the front yard. right?
Crazy.
And
yeah.
you can see.
So
you can
just
see
by
some of the features.
just by him saying it, just by him saying that he uses something that they don't have no clue, but then he walks them through, spends a couple extra minutes sharing, here's how I'm going to market your home. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. It's not a, man, it's just, if you're walking in with all these tools, and here's the best part, he can probably, is there any way to set this up before he gets there, or he just shows another property? Is there any way to plug it into a Savvy card like that before he gets there and say, hey, if you decide to go with me, this is going to happen?
Yeah, we don't have that feature today, but that's what
okay.
realtors might call pocket listings or preview listings or what have you. But that's something that's on our development roadmap. But the way that realtors do it today is they'll go pick a card that's for a home somewhere in the neighborhood, even if it's not their listing, and they'll show that and say this is an example of what I can do for you. Okay, so and you'll notice that the buttons have all changed, right? There's photos, and I want you to notice how quickly this stuff is loading, okay? Another part of what SavvyCard does is we're really focused on speed, accuracy, and quality of data, right? So if you go in here and you want to look at photos for this is all being pulled from the MLS, but there's no delays, there's no spinning icons. It's all coming immediately, and it's just as fast on mobile phones, right? And then school data. So you want to see what schools are in the area? Look at that. Bryan Elementary School has a rating of 10. So if I'm looking at this home and I'm saying I've got a fifth grader and I've got a seventh grader, and less than 2 miles away are two schools that have 10 ratings. That's important, right? So
that's important.
The property cards are designed with different buttons so that they're gonna, Tom talks to somebody and say, yeah, I'm looking at a home 350 to 400,000. In XYZ neighborhood, and he goes, you know what, I've got a home in Odessa, which is nearby. Let me send you the website for that card to your phone right now. And now they're looking at it, and they're going, wow, this looks beautiful. Look at the schools. And then they go, let's go take a look at this. And they click on Find, and they get turn-by-turn directions directly to the home.
Beautiful.
That increases the likelihood that Tom's going to sell this home.
James is asking, what's the More button at the bottom right next to schools?
Yeah, it just goes to the next page of buttons.
Okay, cool. All right. There's no way for anybody to get the contacts, right? Like once the contacts are in here, there's no way. I mean, there's no sharing. It's all yours, right? I mean, I know that's pretty locked down, so that's locked down.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, is there any way? Yeah.
So all your contacts are your contacts. It's a private database of your contacts. All right.
Okay.
The only way that somebody else would be able to get the contacts is if you authorize them to have access to the contacts, or if you're a part of, let's say you're a part of a title company and you're being paid to go out and sell, then the title company might provide SavvyCard as a benefit for all of their agents, and then roll up all of the contacts to the title company or to an insurance company. But you're gonna know that that's the case, and you would still keep all of your contacts even in that case.
Got it. And does this product work in Canada? Somebody's asking.
Yeah.
Alexis,
let's
okay, cool. Number's a number, right?
Let's see who's using SavvyCard. Well, Scott Hutsmith is in Canada, so there you go.
I am?
Right? I guess.
No.
Coming up.
No. Why does it say I am? Canada SavvyCard. Why? I wonder why it says that. That's really weird.
I don't know.
There we go.
This guy's with SegTech, technology company in Canada, and let's.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's Canadian phone number and all that good stuff. Yeah, works worldwide. So, but whoever that Canadian realtor is, right? Whoever that is, you need to go to CREA and tell them that they need to call us and get and integrate us with their MLS. The
MLS, yeah.
The nationwide MLS for Canada. And then every realtor in Canada would be able to have all the features that I just showed you, all the real estate features.
Is there any way to add an organization? Somebody said Homes for Heroes in here. Like, can you put an external site in here that has something to do with another organization of some sort? Like, under More, can't you put other sites and stuff like that? I think I have something on mine. Yeah. So you can add You can add different websites there. Right there. Yep. Okay. Yeah. My site.
You can put my site here. But you can also create a SavvyCard for the organization. So let me go find.
That would be even better. Yes. So what you're saying by that is I could have this SavvyCard, like Tom has this SavvyCard, but he also could have a Homes for Heroes SavvyCard. He could have, I mean, there's no limit to. I mean, it's free. So what you're saying is create 3 cards if you want.
Yeah. So the cards, we have 3 different subscriptions. We have the free subscription, which is the basic card, which you guys can all go get today. Then we have the Pro subscription, which is where you start getting some of the cool functionality I was showing you for real estate. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But we only offer that Pro subscription for realtors in markets where we've already launched with the MLS, right? Then we have a group subscription, which is what I'm going to show you now. Okay. And the group subscription, this is Bonnie Strickland. She's a realtor, but she also has a brokerage called Strickland Property Group. Okay. So I'm going to click on Strickland Property Group, and you're going to see there's a card here for the group. And this is the group subscription. So, for example, Homes for Heroes, which it's funny, we have a real estate group right around the corner that is a part that is using SavvyCard. That's the Homes for Heroes franchisee or licensor for this market. So I'm familiar with Homes for Heroes. So Homes for Heroes could get a SavvyCard for the entire organization with a member directory of every realtor in the United States that's a Homes for Heroes realtor. Are you seeing that?
That's awesome. Yeah. So this absolutely.
So this is our groups product, and there's a fee for the groups product, but the organization pays the fee, right? So all right. So let me show you another example. I'm going to show you SavvyCards groups card. So this is the group card for my company, right? And if you want to get in contact with anybody at my company, you just go to this card, click on members, and then here's everybody in the company, right? So it's basically a contact tool for the entire organization. So let's say that you have a brokerage and you want to buy SavvyCard for all of the realtors within the brokerage, right? Yeah. Then we can do that, and you'll end up having a card like Brenda Carnegie's card that I just showed you. I'm sorry, like Bonnie Strickland's card that I just showed you a minute ago for your brokerage. Let me get back to it. I'll show you another one. We'll show you Remax Metro's SavvyCard. So you can create a SavvyCard for any organization, for any company, and then create cards for all of the people who are a part of that company. So this is Remax Metro, and they bought the SavvyCard for their organization, and they bought the Pro product for every one of their 161 realtors. And so every one of these folks gets a SavvyCard for themselves. So anyway, I know we're coming to the end of the webinar, and I wanted to
couple questions.
Yeah, so I want to take questions.
Go ahead, brother.
No, go ahead. At the end, I'll tell you guys how you can get the product and use it. But let's go ahead and do questions first.
All right. So Letitia says, I have an app through broker Keller Williams. What's the difference? The difference is this is a mobile app. This is like if you, I don't know if you came on late, but this is really for, this is replacing the business card in my eyes. Maybe you got a different analogy for it, David, but in my eyes, I don't really care to give anybody a business card per se. I want to get them something on their mobile device that they can connect, engage, interact with me. That's kind of what this is for. Not only that, where as David and his company grows, SavvyCard grows and incorporates into different MLS functions, you're gonna be able to have all your mobile business card along with your listings, along with anything you want right inside your mobile business card, which is on your phone. You can share it. When somebody else shares it, you get notified. If you can do that inside your broker, website, perfect, awesome. That's really what, whatever works best for you. But this is a different mindset. Yes, there will be a replay. Exactly right. Just get with your loan professional that sent you here. Can you send this card quickly to your entire database? Great question. I have over 5,000 contacts. Now, how I would personally do that is it is a link. Correct me if you do it different, David, but it is a link, so I would send the link to my whole database and with a short video explaining how to download it and put it on their phone, unless you already have that video. I don't know, maybe that's already out there. But I would personally do a video on how to do it and give them a benefit of why they would want to do it. Because just saying, hey, download my card, they're going to go, who cares, what for? But if you say, here's the reason and here's why you should do it. So if you ever have any questions, concerns, you need an HVAC, an insurance, CPA, financial planner, like maybe you've built the team up, like you'll have it at your fingertips and be able to share with your friends, family, and coworkers. Make it a benefit for them to download it so they do download it.
Yeah, one of the features we didn't go over is we automatically create email signatures for every Savvy card. So you'll get one of these whenever you set up your free account, and you can just embed it in your emails. Like every email I send, people are able to just click on this and it opens up the Savvy card. But the other way that I would do it, because what Scott's saying is exactly right. You want to send it to your whole database with something that explains why it's of value to them. But the way you want to send it to your whole database is using something like MailChimp or Constant Contact. So we don't have an integrated, mail management, mass mail management system because there's no reason for us to duplicate the functionality of like a MailChimp. And so what you would do is just create take your existing database, create a, Constant Contact mail piece, or just paste all of your contacts into the to line on an email, but make sure your Savvy card is embedded in the email and just say, hey, I've gotten my new Savvy card. Here's what it'll allow you to do. It's my digital business card. It'll allow you to easily refer business to me or contact me. Here's a little video showing you how to put it on your phone and just send it out, by email this way. But there's no tool inside our system that'll allow you to do that.
A question, here's a good one too. This might be something. Is there a way to have a message template instead of each time writing everything? So like say you wanted to do a little message, and like when I do share it, I got to write something, which again, it's personal, and taking that extra couple minutes to make it personal, I think is well worth the time.
Yeah, and it's a great suggestion. We've thought about this, and we've had some people suggest it. In the future, sometime this year, we're going to be rolling out a new feature for Share where you'll have some pre-designed messages that are based on different types of recipients. So if you're a realtor, you might have a pre-designed message for a buyer, a pre-designed message for a seller, and a pre-designed message for like a service provider that you want to partner with. And you'll be able to just quickly select one of those pre-designed messages and then send the card. So instead of it taking 30 seconds, it'll take like 5 seconds. But Scott's point is really, really critical. You'll still have the opportunity to select a canned message and then add your own personalized note to it.
There you go. Perfect. I'm having a problem with the questions. I can't actually get down to, I don't know what the technical difficulty is, but it's not letting me scroll. Let me just see if I can do that. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. What's the cost of the real estate product? So if you do go into, like, why don't we talk about if you're one of the states that if you're in, you could incorporate into the listing part of things. If Savvy Card is not there, what do they need to do to start the conversation to get there? So they can have the real estate part of things.
So here's what I'm going to do. This is Michael McNamara. He is our sales executive for our group, one of our sales executives for our group product, okay? And you can find his card just by typing Michael McNamara on Google or Michael McNamara Savvy Card on Google. I wish I could text it to all of you guys, but it would take me a minute to send it to 400 people. By the way, we have a new feature that we're going to be rolling out pretty soon that will allow me to share Michael's card to all 400 of you, whether you have accounts or not. And that's a new feature that I know Scott's going to be super excited about because it'll allow anybody that's doing a large presentation to share a card to everybody in the room. That's, when we get that live, we'll
that's going to be massive. That's going to be so cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Please let me know.
Well, I'll come back on the show and we'll go through this for everybody. But the way that I would recommend you do this today is just Google his card. Just go, Mike. Let's see. I'm having trouble telling you. McNamara.
What if you put up what if you click on his phone number and give his phone number? Is that okay to do that?
I will do that. But I also want people to be able to grab his card. So just type in McNamara Savvy Card, and he's going to come up #1 on Google, right? So just type in his name, Mike McNamara, and he'll come up #1 on Google. And then if you want to just take down his phone number, there's his number, 407-592-0871. And once you get his card, you can download his contact information, which will include his email address, which is mike@savvycard.com.
I might be in here, mike@savvycard.com. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, if you don't want to pound his phone number right now, just email him at mike@savvycard.com, okay? But what I want you to do is reach out to him and tell him what market you're in, and he'll be able to tell you whether or not you can get the Real Estate Pro product today. And if you're in a market where you can get the pro product, he'll transfer you to one of our customer engagement representatives, and they'll get you sorted out, okay? If you're in a market where we don't offer it today, then just tell Mike that you'd like to learn how you can get it into your market, and Mike is probably going to ask you to refer him to either your broker manager, if you have a large brokerage, or to the association executive in your market if you have a small brokerage, and we'll follow up with those guys and figure out whether it makes sense for us to come into your market sooner rather than later. Okay.
There you go.
So that's on the real estate product. Okay. But what I want to show you is for the free product, right? Because the only thing that you're getting with the real estate product is, I say only thing, it's a lot, but you're getting the listings button and the property cards, which is really cool. But you can still start using the product today wherever you are by using the free product. So let me walk you through that. So for the free product, you just want to go to savvycard.com. And let me go to the site. You want to go to savvycard.com, all right? And you want to just, how do I get rid of this thing? All right, you go to savvycard.com and you just click on Get Your Savvy Card Now. It's going to walk you through a really short process that's going to get you to sign up for an account. Once you've signed up for an account, you're going to want to log into your dashboard. And through your dashboard, there's two things I want to show you. The first one is Help. And you can go to Help, and it's got a database of different things that you can do, but you can also contact us. You can contact us through feedback if you have questions or you want to report an issue or what have you. But you can also just call our toll-free number for customer support. I'm going to put that up on the screen for you right now.
Awesome. So a ton of great content. I guess the mindset behind this is, guys, go get your Savvy Card. The price is right. It's free. If he is in your area, I would give Michael a call to get set up with the listings, just so you can have that conversation with your listing appointments. You could use it to market to expireds. You can use it to market to FSBOs. There's so many ways you could do this to start a conversation with the borrower, to start a conversation with the lister, to start a conversation with anything. I would contact your past database. I would contact your current database. I would contact the loans in process. Whatever you got going, start. Like, this is just a mind shift. It's like, instead of clicking one button, you click another and you share. Instead of pulling a card out of your pocket, I can guarantee you'll get more referrals. There's no way you can't. If you're sitting on someone else's phone, and the more people you're sitting on, it's just gonna be part of their lives. That's what everybody uses is their phones. So that's why this is such a powerful thing. And if you use it as David has showed us, make sure all your information's in there, make sure your website's in there, make sure that your team is in there, your appraisers, your home inspectors, your electricians, CPAs, financial planners. Get them a card so you can start sharing, which builds up your card, which builds up their card, which builds up you on Google. And it's not hard. It just takes some time, and you could actually farm this out to somebody and have somebody else start doing this for you, with you. If you have an assistant, have your assistant watch this recording to get them started on this, and have your assistant call Michael to get the conversation going with your MLS. It's just that easy. So great stuff, man. I appreciate you, David. Dude, I'm really excited about the group thing, because I'm in big groups all the time. So I can't. If you somehow can make it happen with everybody on the webinar, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, and we're gonna be able to do that.
Pop up on their phone, like an Amber Alert, you know,
well,
just have it show up on.
It's not gonna be like that. I mean, they're
okay, all right.
Gonna have something, but it'll work, and it's something really cool that no one's ever done before. So real quick,
awesome.
On the screen is the phone number. Is the phone number for Savvy Card support, right? 727-502-6012. So if you have any questions coming out of this webinar, right, then call that number, and they will walk you through, answer your questions, walk you through setting up your free account. And as Scott said, you can get somebody else to set up your card for you, or we actually have a service where we'll do it for you. Okay. So once you get logged into your account, there's a link in the dashboard called Services. Okay. It's right here, and you can go in and you can buy a custom design package, which will get your card upgraded from the generic design that you start with to a fully customized design. It's $250 one-time fee, right? And you can also just get a photo cut out so you can put it on your card. So remember this phone number, because any questions that you have, this is where you're going to want to go, right? You're going to want to call 727-502-6012. Okay?
Perfect. I love it, man. Love it. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate being here, and I appreciate everybody being here. And we'll see you same time. If you're joining us for the first time, make sure you join our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Agent Mastermind. And we'll see you guys same time, same place next Tuesday on Agent Mastermind. Again, David, thanks so much. Awesome product, and I appreciate everything you do for this industry.
Thanks, Scott. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.